Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and good morning. This is Ashima, and in this video we'll be talking about everyday news events and everyday current affairs which are important from examination point of view. So in this video I'll be giving you all the important points which are associated with all the news events that are going on alongside, and these points are going to help you in your note making and in your uh, preparation of daily notes and revision of current affairs, right? So before we go ahead with the discussion of today, there's a thing that on Entry app we have a free everyday live quiz of current affairs. Hardly 15-minute quiz which will help you revise all the questions and all the current affairs in question format basically. So after this video, you can check that quiz out, and for a link of app, you can either download app from Google Play Store by entering Entry app, which is available in many languages, whichever language you prefer to use the app in, or you can download it from the link which is provided below in the comment section and in the description section. From that link also you can download app. And currently we have a free mocks, free test series going on Entry app, and free study material also available. So do check that out as well. Now we'll be starting with the discussion of news events. The first news event being FOSS4GOV Innovation Challenge. Now this innovation challenge has been launched recently by MEITY, that being Ministry of Electronics and IT. Now who currently has this ministry? Very important point, because portfolio questions are asked a lot of times, right? So who exactly has this ministry? It is Ravi Shankar Prasad. Ravi Shankar Prasad currently has this ministry. Now, FOSS4GOV Innovation Challenge was launched for free and open source software, or FOSS. So what does FOSS stand for? That is free and open source software, and it was launched by MEITY along with Omidyar Network India. So both of them together or in partnership have launched this initiative, and this is going to allow all the FOSS innovators and technology entrepreneurs and Indian startups to submit all of their product innovations which can be related to health sector, agriculture sector, or urban upliftment, right? So for the same purpose this challenge has been launched. Then we have IGBC mission on net zero. Now, CII, your Confederation of Indian Industry, Indian Green Building Council (IGBC) has launched IGBC mission on net zero, for which the target is to achieve net zero carbon emission by 2050. Right now, IGBC mission on net zero is to eradicate carbon emission from India, or to reduce the carbon emission and bringing it to a zero level by 2050. Right now, furthermore, this has around 250 firms from India's building sector which are going to be a part of this initiative, and it will have various shifts from the source of power, or shifting the manufacturing, shifting the transit methods, shifting the policy interventions. These all minute changes are going to take place for attaining the net zero carbon emission. Here, you also need to know president of CII is very important. Who is the current president? That is Uday Kotak. Uday Kotak is the current president. Then we have headquarters. Now, headquarters of CII are in New Delhi, whereas headquarters of IGBC are in Hyderabad. So, Hyderabad is the headquarters of IGBC, right? Then we have RBI. Now, in RBI, the tenure of private banks MD, CEO, and full-time directors, all three of their tenure have been fixed at a maximum of 15 years. That is, a maximum 15 years they can be appointed for, whether it is a private sector, in private sector, whether it's an MD or a CEO, or whether it is a full-time director. But if that person is a major shareholder in any of these, then in any of these positions, if it's a major shareholder, then the term has been put at a cap of 12 years. So if it's a major shareholder, 12 years. If it's a only MD, CEO and full-time director, then it is a 15-year term period, right? Then To whom is it applicable? All commercial banks or private sector banks, including small finance bank or fully owned subsidiaries of foreign banks. On all commercial banks it is applicable, but it is not applicable on foreign banks which are operating just as branches in India, or those who have just branches. They do not have wholly owned they are not wholly owned subsidiary of foreign banks. They are just branches. For them, this cap is not applicable. Otherwise, the cap is applicable for all commercial banks or private sector banks. Also, there's an upper age limit on MD and CEO and full-time directors, and that is at 70 years. So, maximum or the highest age can be for 70 years. Later than that, the person cannot be on any of the three positions. Right now, till when do they have to comply by these provisions? By 1st of October 2021, they have to comply by these regulations. Right. Then we have Oscar Awards, which were announced recently, which are presented by Academy on Motion Picture Arts and Science. So they presented it. Where was the ceremony held? Ceremony was held in Los Angeles. Right, the ceremony was held at Los Angeles and was presented by Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science. Now, in this, Nomadland, a quite a award-winning movie currently, it has won the most honors. Like 3 awards have been given to Nomadland. Now, recently when BAFTA was announced, and that Nomadland had won 4 awards. Here it has won 3 awards. And Indian film personalities Irfan Khan and Bhanu Atia, both of them have been honored via being in the memoriam or in memoriam montage of the event. Now, top winners here, the top 3 awards were given to Nomadland. So, Best Picture was Nomadland, Best Director was Chloe Zhao of Nomadland. She is the only second woman to be a woman director to be awarded, and first woman of color to be awarded with an Oscar in terms of Best Director. And Best Actress was Frances McDormand, again of Nomadland. And Best Actor was Anthony Hopkins for the movie The Father. And these 4 have been award winners in the same categories in BAFTA as well, which was a British Academy Film and Television Awards. So, the top 4 awards, these are the same ones. Rest of all, you can have a look at whole list of Oscar awards as well. And a few one-liners. RBI has released a show cause notice before cancelling the license of fraud hit Sambandh Finreserve Private Limited. Sambandh Finreserve is an NBFC microfinance institution, NBFC MFI, and its license has been cancelled recently because it has been hit by fraud, and there are various regulatory minimum and financial situations which have worsened at the time. Currently, headquarters of this, or it is based in Odisha. This bank is based in Odisha. Then Haryana government has launched Haryana COVID Emergency Loan Scheme, which is for all the entrepreneurs which are helping in supply of COVID facilities. So oxygen supply, medicines, medical facilities. So all those entrepreneurs and NGOs which are working towards helping the people, for them this loan has been announced. Now this funded loan has a current funding of about 500 crores. So 500 crore funded loan has been announced in this terms. Then Gambia has become second country in the world, second African country in the world to eliminate trachoma. Now, which was the first country? First country was Ghana. Right. Second of all, trachoma is a disease which affects the eye. Right. And trachoma is a bacterial disease. So these are the basic things which can be asked from science background, that trachoma is which kind of infection? It's a bacterial infection. Which part of body is impacted because of trachoma? That is eye, because it is a leading cause of blindness in the world currently. Right? And which was the first country, African country, to eliminate trachoma? That is going to be Ghana. Then Arish Fatima, she's a 4-year-old girl from Pakistan. She has made a history by becoming the youngest Microsoft certified professional. Right? Then on 26th of April, World Intellectual Property Day was organized recently. This year, the theme was intellectual property and small business taking ideas to market. Now, this day marks the date when convention establishing the World Intellectual Property Organization was entered to force. So, in 1970, WIPO had come to force. A convention which brought WIPO to force was effective on this date, and that is why Intellectual Property Day is marked on 26th of April. Right? Then we have World Immunization Week, which is being observed from 24th to 30th of April. And this year the theme is Vaccines Bring Us Closer. Right? Then we have Rumana Sehgal. Now, Rumana Sehgal has won Nelson Mandela World Humanitarian Award 2021. Who announced these award or who gave these award? That was Diplomatic Mission Global Peace. It was this who gave the award. Rumana Sehgal has also been a winner of International Influencer Award 2021 in the Influencer Summit, which was held in January. So in January, International Influencer Award was given to her, and she has now also won Nelson Mandela World Humanitarian Award. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, which is under Hardeep Singh Puri currently, it has signed an agreement with IIT Kanpur for setting up Accelerator Center for Research and Development Activities of the state, of the institute. And furthermore, this MOU which has been signed is somewhere in lines with Asha India initiative. Asha India initiative was an accelerator program of central government, right? And this was under Global Housing Technology Challenge in India, or GHTC India, right? And its purpose is to adopt research and technology in the housing sector and in the sectors which are associated with it, right? Then we have India Rating and Research, or IND-RA. It has estimated the growth rate of India at 10.1% for financial year 22 currently. RBI has cancelled license of Bhagyodaya Friends Urban Cooperative Bank Limited. Why? Because of a financial crunch which has happened in this bank. For this, the license has been cancelled for this particular bank. Now, where is this bank aimed at? This based at, it is in Maharashtra, right? Then we have Vibha Harish. She's the founder of Cosmix, which is a health supplement brand. And Vibha Harish has been featured in Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia List 2021. Alongside it is Harshal Mathur also. He has also been listed in the Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia List. He is a co-founder as well as a CEO of Razorpay. Now, since he is a co-founder, there is supposed to be someone else also who is a founder. So, along with Harshal Mathur, it is Shashank Kumar. Shashank Kumar and Harshal Mathur are founders of Razorpay. Razorpay was founded in 2013, and the first bank which partnered with Razorpay was HDFC. And second thing is where the headquarters of Razorpay, that is in Bengaluru. Currently, headquarters are in Bengaluru, right? Then Indian Bank has collaborated with Chennai Angels to grant support to startups, and for that a project has also been started with the title Ind Spring Board of Indian Bank. So Ind Spring Board has been started, which is aiming at expanding of startups and bringing startups to picture. For this, a credit support of 50 crore has been put forward by Indian Bank. So Indian Bank has put forward in this project 50 crore rupees. Then SICCI, Singapore Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, has partnered with SIIC, Startup Incubation and Innovation Center of IIT Kanpur. This has been put forward, and for this they have partnered to promote tech-based startups, right? And what is the name of the launchpad competition that has been launched? That is SICCI, SIIC, SICCI, SIIC Innovation Launchpad. And this is the name of the project that has been launched. Then RBI has restricted American Express Banking Corporation as well as Diners Club International Limited from onboarding the new domestic customers into their card networks. This limitation has been put forth from 1st of May 2021. That is from 21st May, these both organizations cannot take or onboard any new domestic customers. Why has this regulation been put forward? It is because they could not comply or put forward the PSS Act. What is PSS Act? That is Payment and Settlement Systems Act, which is based in 2007. Since they did not comply to it, that is the reason why they have been restricted from onboarding any new domestic customers from 1st of May 2021. Then Goldman Sachs has downgraded India's GDP growth forecast, and it is now 10.5% for financial year 22, seeing the economic lockdown that the country is facing currently because of the COVID situation. Right. So downgradation of India's forecast, all these companies have done that. All the major companies which had given their forecast, all of them have downgraded the forecast of India. Now, with this, we'll be winding up the segment. I hope this session has been helpful.